eyes, yeah, all the rounds on me. I'm tossed out and I'm feeling so free. All the eyes, yeah, all the eyes on me.
This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. D.A. will join us tonight on the sideline. The Rockets look to take off here in Dallas in this Texan rivalry. You look at the Rockets. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Good on the triple. The three-point shot, so important in today's NBA and a major part of the game plan, Greg, for both of these teams.
And we can expect to see a high volume of shots from beyond the arc in this one. I'm looking for whichever squad is able to create more havoc and throw the opposing shooters off their rhythm.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Here's Hunter. That's tipped. And he stays with it. Here's Johnson. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Smith for three. The Mavericks pull it in. Irving surveying the floor. Got a hand on it. And he's able to get it back. Stolen by Van Vliet. It's Thompson off the drive. Pass to Eason. And here's Green outside. Another miss by Houston.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Well, you look at these role players the Mavs have, Clark. They've done a great job.
They really have, Kevin. I mean, the front office identified who the players were that could best play with their core stars. Needed defenders and guys that could catch and shoot the three. They went out and loaded up the roster with those perfectly fitting role players.
Here's Van Vliet. following the basket by Anthony Davis. The Rockets again can't hit.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset? He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
To end the drought. They get it back.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
And Thompson throws it down.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I briefly spoke with Jason Kidd. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said, we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint won't be easy. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. Now, here's Johnson. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
The screen from Thompson. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense from Johnson.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
And here is Van Vliet following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Drains the three-pointer.
Of course, a volume three-point shooter like Green has an answer. He was ready to strike back in a hurry.
To the paint. Here's Irving. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Irving's got 8 points.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Screen by Smith. For 3, Van Vliet. It's rebounded by Johnson. Dallas leading by 7. Pass to Irving. Now here is Davis. And Davis throws it down.
Yes, sir. AD threw it down easily.
The screen from Thompson. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Drills it from outside.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's ready to talk things through with the team. .29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the inside. Got it. Nice one there from Exum.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And here is Van Vliet. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Inside. They kick it out to Green. Three-pointer. And another 3 for Houston.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
What up?
The Rockets, 13.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
And the stroke of Van Vliet is so nice, proving once again why he's so valuable to this team.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Always among the league leaders in throwdowns. AD's tough around that rack.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good bets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's Davis. Davis using his size.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Brooks with no one around. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And when Brooks has his jumper working, the defense needs to locate him as soon as they can.
Pass to Irving. Davis in the corner. Tipped away. It's stolen by Tate. Whitmore with it. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. On the wing, Brooks. 4 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Knocked loose.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. So both teams making some changes here. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Now here's Green after Magic Johnson's miss. And the foul on Daniel Gafford. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Buries the long-range jumper.
A guy who shoots freely at the perimeter, Brooks, can do real damage from out there.
Pass to Gafford. How about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball? Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
Johnson outside. They need this one. Nembhard's shot is good. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
And nice dime from Hunter there. An unselfish player who knows how to look for his teammates.
And here's Green outside. .112 left to play in the first half. Pass to Whitmore. Launches a 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. The Rockets a switch here. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Dallas Mavericks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Boy, we're going to see lots of those. Washington can really get up. Got a little main streak in him, too, which I like.
Smith outside. 40 seconds left to play here in the half. Shoots over Exum. Here's Whitmore. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
To the middle. Here's Gafford.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Out to Smith. Outside, Green. Over Marshall. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Mavericks lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Rockets trail by 4. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
Dallas leading by 4. Down low. And stolen by Eason. And it's Houston on the break. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. Here's Exum. Good on the three-point shot. Exum's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Mavs. Rockets trailed by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Thompson. The Rockets again can't hit.
Ugly start. The second half, they missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Here's Davis. Out to the right wing. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Exum with a wide open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie. Exum's got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Here's Davis, and he goes big with the dunk right over Jabari Smith.
You know, that's one that'll stay with us for a while. I mean, Davis, one of those guys that can really electrify a crowd, no matter what building he's in.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
It's stolen by Eason. Smith with it, defended by Dinwiddie. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so different.
And it goes down 2 points. Smith's got his third basket of the night right there. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've led by as much as 10. In the corner, it's Hunter. And here we go. Fast break. Van Vliet's got it. And here's Brooks from outside. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Now just a 2-point Dallas lead. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Nembhard. Back to Johnson. Irving for three. And the three ball is good. Irving's got 11 points.
The fire that Irving plays with, average. I mean, you can feel it. When you make a three on him, it's payback time. He's coming at you.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. 59 seconds left to play in the third. Kicks it out to Johnson. Dallas moving it around. To the middle. It's stolen by Eason. Outside, Davis. Pass to Hunter. Johnson in the corner. The putback. Here's Nembhard. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. Houston making a switch. And they double up Davis. Nobody near Irving. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
His great length really helps AD defensively.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants to talk to his guys. Mavericks on D. A 2-point game for the lead. And Jalen Green gets the three. Green's got 9 points.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Pass to Irving. Now Hunter from downtown. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
What hustle on the offensive glass, finding ways to capitalize, paying off that hard work.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And the wide open shot from Green. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's Dallas. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Now the Mavericks with it. They lead by 1. Pass to Irving. Hits it from three-point range.
Shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Now Hunter following the three-point attempt by Dillon Brooks. Pass to Nembhard. Another three for Dallas.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Now here's Green. Whitmore with it. Out to Brooks. Beyond the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
Dillon Brooks comes right back with his own three. Boy, I love his competitiveness.
Outside Irving. And Gafford throws it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
But, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Timeout is called by Ime Udoka. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. Now, he begged his guys to get after it on the break. He said, let's keep up the tempo, guys. You know how dangerous we are on the break. Be confident with the ball. Take risks. Move it, guys.
Thanks, David. Kicks it out to Johnson. Puts up a three. Sinks the three-pointer. And now a 9-point Maverick lead. The screen from Thompson. Inside. Out to Smith. Houston moving it around. Deflects the pass. And the dunk by Eason.
We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
Now, here is Irving. Brooks with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. A floater. And it's laid in by Brooks. Now just a 5-point Maverick lead.
Dillon Brooks relishes the chance to make the big impact play.
Irving, good.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Nice D from Brooks.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
That three off the mark.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Irving from long range. Another miss by Irving.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Back to Brooks. Eason down low. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And, boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
You're exactly right. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
Both teams will make substitutions. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Houston needs to get a shot. Green. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Green showing you the poise of a veteran there, staying cool under pressure, ignoring the clock, and giving his shot complete focus there.
Eason grabs the board. It's trailed by 6.
And not sure they've got enough time to save himself.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Not just range, but confidence, too. Irving can capitalize from way downtown.
And Davis sends it back. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. Knocks down the 3-ball. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
Out to Smith. The tray. It's rebounded by Dallas. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Johnson. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Putting that ball in the hands of a guy ready to attack. Quality feed by Fred VanVleet.
Here is Davis. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.